Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation on computer networking. This presentation is by Stephen Solomon. Today, we will dive into a fascinating world that connects our devices and powers our digital experience. Let's get started. Objective of the lesson. By the end of this lesson, you will understand what a computer network is and its components. You'll be able to differentiate between the various types of networks like LAN, MAN, and WAN. Be able to describe the different network topologies and their practical uses. Think about how you use technology every day. By understanding network, you will gain insight into how these technologies work together seamlessly. The image displayed on the screen is a snapshot of the elective ICT WASI 2020. Students were asked to state one characteristics each of the following network types, that is LAN, MAN, and WAN. They were also asked to identify the type of network shown in the images displayed on the screen. This is what the chief examiner had to say. Generally, candidates had a fair idea about the question. However, in part B, candidates focused on the network topologies rather than the network types. This is an indication that students have a problem differentiating between network types and network topology. Let's move on to the main topic for the day. What is a computer network? A computer network is a system that connects computers and other devices to communicate and share resources. Think about when you connect to Wi-Fi at home or school. That is a network at work. Whether you are streaming videos, playing online games, or collaborating on a Google Doc, networks make it all possible. Let's take a look at this assignment. Take a moment and write down 3 examples of networks you use daily. Great job in identifying daily networks. You accurately listed your home Wi-Fi, school network, and public Wi-Fi as examples. This shows a clear understanding of how networks are integrated into your daily life. Consider these areas. Consider also the less obvious networks such as Bluetooth, connections between your devices, or even the cellular network that enables your phone calls and texts. Let's move on to the components of the computer network. Let's break down the main components of a network. In the network, you would have devices, you have the resources, you have the pathways, you would also have the protocols. Let's take a look at devices. So devices basically refers to the physical device that connects to the network. Examples are your phones, your laptops, tablets, routers, and switches. When we talk about resources, we are referring to resources, computer resources like printers, files, how they are being shared in the network. When we talk about pathway, we are talking about the transition medium, how resources are shared from one network to the other, from one device to the other. And the pathways, the common pathways are the Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity, and the cable connections. When we talk about protocol, we are talking about the set of rules and standards that govern how data is transmitted and received over the network. Some common protocol examples of computer protocols are TCP/IP, that is the transmission control protocol, HTTP, that's the hypertext transfer protocol, and FTP, the file transfer protocol. Now, consider your school's Wi-Fi, your phone, laptop, and your smart TV as devices on a network. And these devices connect through Wi-Fi, that is the pathway. Then these devices, as they connect through the Wi-Fi, they access the internet. The internet here becomes the resource. and they follow specific rules, that is the protocols. Thank you for listening to this session of the lesson. In the next video, we will look at the types of network. Welcome back. Types of network. In this video, we are going to look at the various types of networks. There are various types of computer networks available. You can categorize them according to their size as well as their purpose. You have the LAN, that is the local area network. You have the MAN, that is the metropolitan area network, and you have the WAN, that is the wide area network. So let's take a look at the LAN. Briefly, like your home or school network, that is what the LAN is about. When you talk about the MAN, it covers a city, the network that covers a city like a public Wi-Fi. When we talk about the wide area network, that is the WAN, we are talking about a network that spans regions like your internet service provider. At home, you use a LAN. When you use citywide Wi-Fi, that is a MAN. Your internet connection at home provided by your ISP is part of a WAN. Now let's take a look at local area network. Local area network is a network that connects devices within a limited geographical area like a home, office, or school. It connects devices like computers, printers, and smartphones. They allow devices to communicate with each other and share information easily. Advantages of LAN include high-speed connections and ease of resource sharing. However, LAN is limited to a small geographical area. Let's take a look at this assignment. Think about a scenario where a LAN would be most beneficial. Then you write a brief description about that scenario. The description of a small office setting where employees share resources like printers and files over a LAN was spot on. You clearly understand the benefits of a LAN in a confined geographical area. To elaborate on the specific advantages such as improved security and faster communication within the LAN, consider other scenarios where a LAN might be beneficial, such as in a home network with multiple users or in a classroom setting. Let's move on to the next type of network, that is the wide area network. Wide area network 1. Wide area network connects devices over a large geographical distance. It is used by businesses, governments, organizations, and ISPs. WANs allowed for communication and resource sharing across long distances, but they are slower and more expensive than LANs. They use various technologies such as leased lines, fiber optics, or satellite connections to establish these long distance connections. Let's take a look at this assignment. Describe how your internet service provider connects your home network to the wider internet, making it part of a WAN. Excellent explanation of how your ISP connects home network to the broader internet. You accurately describe the role of the modem and the ISP's infrastructure. Now let's look at the areas of improvement. Expand on the role of regional and national networks that your ISP connects to, making it a true WAN. Look into how different ISPs connect to provide global internet access, enhancing your understanding of WANs. Now let's move on to the next type of network, that is the metropolitan area network. The metropolitan area network is a network that covers a larger geographical area than a LAN, but smaller than a WAN. It typically spans a city or a metropolitan area. It covers a city or a large campus. Examples include public Wi-Fi networks and university networks that span multiple buildings. They are often used by organizations or institutions that have multiple branches or offices within a city. Let's take a look at this assignment on metropolitan area networks. So you compare and contrast LAN, WAN, and MAN in a short essay. Highlight their uses, advantages, and disadvantages. Your essay provided a comprehensive comparison of LAN, MAN, and WAN. You did a great job highlighting the key differences in specific uses for each type of network. However, there are some areas of improvement. On the next time, you should provide more specific examples of MAN implementations and their unique advantages. You should also consider the evolving nature of these networks, such as how advancements in technology are blurring the lines between these categories. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video. In this video, we are going to talk about the network topology. What is a network topology? Network topology refers to the arrangement of different elements, that is links, nodes, etc., in a computer network. It can be physical, that is the actual layout, or logical, that is how data flows. Think of a network topology as the blueprint of a building. Now let's take a look at the physical topology and the logical topology of a network. So physical topology. Physical topology is the actual layout of cables and devices in a network. Logical topology is how data travels through the network. For instance, in your home, the physical topology is where your router, computer, and smart devices are placed, while the logical topology is how data moves between these devices. Let's take a look at the most commonly used network topologies. The most commonly used network topologies include the bus topology, the ring topology, and the star topology. Let's take a look at the bus topology. In a bus topology, all devices are connected to a single central cable or bus. It's simple and cost-effective, but can be slow and difficult to troubleshoot. Imagine a single main road with stops along the way where data packets, that is vehicles, travel to their destinations. In a bus topology, devices are connected to the bus using drop lines or taps, which are connected to the main cable. Let's take a look at this assignment on bus topology. So you draw a simple bus topology using devices in your home and explain how data travels along the bus. The diagram of a bus topology was clear and well labeled. The explanation of data travel along the bus was accurate and concise. Now let us discuss some areas for improvement in this assignment. Discuss potential issues in the bus topology, such as data collisions and how they can be mitigated. Explore how network performance can be affected by the number of devices and data traffic in a bus topology. Let's move on to the next network type of network topology, the ring topology. The ring topology is in the ring topology, each device is connected to two others, forming a circular path for data to travel. Each network device is connected to two others like points that form a circle. Think of it like a circular track where data that is run is travel in one direction, passing through each device. The term token describes a segment of information like a packet sent through that circle. When a computer on the network can decode that token, it receives the data. Let's take a look at this assignment on ring topology to further enhance our understanding. So you create a diagram of a ring topology with devices in your home and describe the data flow. The ring topology diagram was well done, showing a clear circular connection of devices. The description of data flow in one direction was accurate. However, let's look at these areas for improvement in your assignment. You could include the potential for data to flow in both directions and how this can improve reliability in the network. Also, you could consider the implications of a device failure in the ring topology and how network resilience can be maintained. Now, let's move on to the next network topology, that is the star topology. In a star topology, devices are connected to a central hub or switch, forming a star-like structure. It is easy to manage and troubleshoot, but relies heavily on the central hub. Each device has its own dedicated connection to the hub, allowing for efficient communication. So imagine a home network with your router as the central hub and all devices connecting to it. Let's further take a look at this assignment to enhance our understanding of the star topology. So illustrate your home network in the star topology and discuss the advantages of this arrangement. Your illustration of a star topology was excellent, with the central hub and connected devices clearly depicted. The discussion on advantages such as ease of troubleshooting and management was insightful. However, you could have highlighted potential disadvantages such as the reliance on the central hub. You could also explore scenarios where star topology might not be ideal and suggest possible solutions. This brings me to the end of my presentation on network, looking at the insights from the Chief Examiner's Report 2020. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your attention today. Remember, network concepts are all around you, from your home Wi-Fi to a citywide public network. Understanding these concepts can help you navigate the digital world more effectively. You could take this assignment to reflect on it. So, assignment 1, you could reflect on what you have learned in this module and how you can apply it to real-world networking scenarios. Then you write a one-page reflection paper. Let's take a look at this task. So you reflect on what you have learned on this module and how you can apply it to real-world networking scenarios. This brings me to the end finally. Until we meet again, all I say is bye-bye and thanks for listening.